Good day, Canada. Haver UpLay here. Happy Friday. You've heard the news, you've read the headlines, and now it's time to see the big picture. Today we're going to talk about a number the Premier of Alberta put on the table this week, and what it is going to mean for every family in this province when October comes. Picture a Friday night. A family of 4 heading to the movies. They walk up to the counter. Tickets may be a small treat for the kids. They tap their card for somewhere around $80. The family walking in right behind them, same counter, same cashier, same movie, taps their card. $8. Not a coupon, not a promotion, not a deal they found anywhere. Just $8. And the family that paid $80 did not know they were covering the difference. Take that same family to lunch. They are treating themselves today because most days the lunch comes in a bag from home. They step up to the counter. Burger, fries, a soda. The bill comes to $15 for each of them. The man behind them in line orders the same thing. Same burger, same fries, same soda off the same menu. $1.50. Same counter, same food. And the family that paid $15 per head did not know they were covering that difference either. This is not a hypothetical. This is the number Premier Danielle Smith put on the table this week. Guest workers in this province, temporary foreign workers, guests in our home, generate approximately $150 million in provincial revenue. They draw back over $1 billion in provincial services, 10 to 1. And the family at the movie counter is you. 5 years ago, the word complexity was not a line item in Alberta's education budget. Today, the province is spending $143 million on it. Here is what that word means. 5 years ago, classrooms in Alberta's major cities held 30 children. Today, they hold 45. Those 15 additional children represent the complexity. Children who grew up in countries where English is not spoken and arrived here without it. They are not bad children. They are children caught in the middle of decisions made far above them. But when up to 35% of a classroom cannot communicate in the language of instruction, and 100% of the cost of addressing that falls on the family that paid $80 at the movie counter, while the families generating the complexity pay $8, that $143 million is not a budget line. It is a transfer. And nobody called it that. Doug is a tradesman. He owns his home, earned it, journeyman's papers at 23, and he's now got 30 years in the trade. He is glad he does. Because his adult kids do the math every time they look at the housing market, and they come up short. Houses in this province went up 50% in value in the same window that wages went up 10. Some wages went into decline. An entire generation of Canadians does not believe they will ever own a home. Doug's kids are among them. Connor worked with Doug, a good apprentice. 19 years old, from Ponoka. He was paying $1,400 a month in rent when he started. By the time it climbed to $2,200, he was done. He moved to Saskatchewan last spring. He didn't want to leave. He left because the math stopped working in the province he grew up in. And nearly 1 in 6 Alberta youth cannot find work right now. The entry-level positions, the ones that used to build work ethic and a first paycheck, are occupied. People in them pay $1 to the 10 that Connor paid into this system. There was a time when a family doctor was something you took for granted. You called, you booked, you went in. Emergency rooms today are documenting 18-hour wait times for basic triage. In documented cases, patients have died in waiting rooms before anyone could reach them. A system at capacity does not have room for everyone, and the room that is left follows the same math. 10 to 1. Before we get to the big picture, today's episode of Haver UpLay is brought to you by the people who believe this kind of storytelling matters. If your business belongs on a program like this one, if you want to reach Canadians who are paying attention and asking the right questions, and if you'd like to have your business or personal mentions on one of our broadcasts, visit haveruplay.com and check out our special promotion for Yak Stack subscribers. Now here's the big picture. The Premier of Alberta confirmed the number. $150 million contributed, $1 billion consumed, 10 to 1. This has not hit Alberta alone. Every province in this country absorbed more immigration than its public systems were built to carry. Alberta absorbed more of it in proportion to its population than almost anywhere else. Beneath the endless prairie sky, this province was built by people who came here and intended to stay. They planted themselves. They built the schools and the hospitals. They paved the roads and paid into the system for 40 years before they needed $1 of it returned. That was the arrangement. You build the thing. You earn the right to use the thing. A plain and honest deal. 10 to 1 is not that deal. When a guest draws $10 from a system for every dollar they put in, the gap does not disappear. It gets handed to the family at the counter who didn't know they were covering it. On October the 19th, the people of Alberta will be asked whether this province should have the authority to set its own immigration levels. That question will appear on a ballot. In this great dominion of Canada, that is not a small question. It is the question that a province of this resource and this history has earned the right to ask. When Doug looks at that ballot, when his kids look at the housing numbers, when Connor thinks about the province he had to leave, the number is not abstract. It is $8 at a movie counter. It is $1.50 at a burger place on a Tuesday. It is the gap between what was built and who is paying for it. And now you see the big picture. If you like this episode, click that bell at the top right-hand corner of the screen to follow us for daily news, Monday to Friday. Have a great weekend, Canada. UpLay, signing out.